swədax. 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 The swədax mountain huckleberry area is bringing new life to a Tulalip cultural tradition. Annual trips to the mountains to gather swədax mountain huckleberries and more. In November of 2007, in recognition of the historical relationship between the Tulalip tribes and their ancestral mountain territories, the Tulalip tribes signed a memorandum of agreement with the Mount Baker Snoqualmie National Forest to help improve communication and collaboration in the management of the forest. A key part of the agreement is to partner in stewardship of national forest lands to enhance and sustain places, resources, and access needed to support the exercise of Tulalip's treaty hunting and gathering rights, and sustain tribal culture on what are now national forest lands. In 2011, through a part of the agreement, the U.S. Forest Service and the Tulalip tribes designated the Swədax area, a 2-square-mile parcel in the Mount Baker Snoqualmie National Forest, to serve as a cultural use area to be managed cooperatively by the Tulalip tribes and the U.S. Forest Service. The area is to be managed in such a way as to favor the high-elevation plants and wildlife species and landscapes to support Tulalip culture. The area, above 5,000 feet elevation, is near the Wild Sky Wilderness area of the National Forest. A portion of the area was being degraded by off-road vehicles, destroying native vegetation, including mountain huckleberry. The tribe's natural resources staff and tribal summer youth has been working during the last 3 summers to restore the meadow to its natural state by reestablishing local native plants. As part of the restoration plan, a gate was installed below the meadow area to prevent further damage to the meadow and to allow for privacy by tribal members for cultural use throughout the swədax area. At Tulalip, we envisioned one of the keys to ensuring the long-term value of this area to the tribes and its potential as a national model of tribal forest service collaboration is the connection and involvement of our tribal youth in the ongoing stewardship of this area. The agreement helps to compensate for the continued commercial development of the Stevens Pass Recreation Area, which was an important traditional berry gathering spot for the Tulalip peoples and their ancestors. Now, after several years of careful co-stewardship, swədax is a thriving, accessible area for tribal huckleberry and other plant gathering, hunting, and cultural activities.
Lushootseed. My name is Rose Harvey Kempf, and my dad is Jackson Harvey from Snoqualmie, and my mother was Jessie Tommy Harvey from Saxwaddle. And we've been picking huckleberries ever since I could remember. Being just a little girl growing up, we'd go to Ellisburg Rodeo, and that would be our big trip of the year. Going to the rodeo and then coming back, we'll stop at Stevens Pass or Snoqualmie and go pick huckleberries for a week, then come home and can them. And my mother always told me, when you're out picking huckleberries like this, you're supposed to be quiet out in the woods because there's a lot of spirits out here. And if you make too much noise, that spirit's going to sit up and take notice of what's going on. So they say to be quiet when you're out here picking and concentrate on what you're doing here.
My name is John Harvey. I'm a Tulalip tribal member. My mother was Violet Napoleon. My grandmother was Jessie Harvey. Yeah, we used to go up to Stampede Pass and pick berries when I was smaller, you know. My grandmother and my aunts and mom, everybody would can the berries, make jams, freezer jam. We did that every year to stock up for the winter. It was a lot of fun. One thing that never goes away is the bugs. Horseflies and flies, mosquitoes. I remember one time when I was about 8, 9 years old, I was out picking berries and I went up too far and come around a bush and there was a big old bear eating berries, and I think I scared it, and it scared me, and I took off running and the bear took off running the opposite direction. I never strayed away too far after that. I always stayed close to my grandmother.
Another thing that is the Huckleberry Girls. The Huckleberry Girls are these huckleberries that we're picking. The story is they don't like you to lift up their skirt to look for huckleberries because they get offended, and sometimes the brush will swish back and slap you, and that's them slapping you for lifting up their skirt like that. So that's why they say, you know, pick what you can see, don't lift up the huckleberry bush.
Haven't seen any bears up here, haven't seen any sign. That's good for the pickers. Don't get scared away.
I can remember picking huckleberries for our family for about, well, 68 years now, but I can remember. And I'm 70 years old now. And I try to come out and pick at least 2 gallons for myself each year to feed my soul, feed my spirit, because these huckleberries have high concentration of vitamin C, and it's a cancer-fighting berry. So this feeds our spirit when we get in the wintertime, because we need this fruit after long cold winter. So that's why I come out here to pick huckleberries, is to put it away for the winter. I can them or make jam.
And I think up here is one of the best things the tribe ever did up here was for us tribal members to come and pick berries like this. We'll always have a place to come pick berries. Future generation. And we'll always have stories to tell about picking berries and growing up.
Also, it's good for us to come out here in the huckleberry bushes to kind of cleanse our body of things that we pick up during our daily life. And then when we leave from here, we're going to feel good, feel light and happy because we left it all here. And besides, we got our huckleberries. So that's part of why I pick huckleberries, is to feed our soul. And you pick the ones that are easy to take off the bush. If they're hard to come off, then they're not ripe. So I'm trying to teach my my grandnephews up there how to be when they're out here in the woods picking huckleberries. But sometimes they can't hear too well. When you first start picking huckleberries when you're young, you're supposed to give that first gallon away to an elder or have a dinner and put it on the table, spread the table and feed the people. So that next year you'll have more berries will come to you easier. And it won't be so hard to get the huckleberries. That's the way it is with anything that we do, whether it be huckleberries, fish, clams. We're supposed to give to our elders or spread the table. Not too many people do that anymore.
Yeah, every year, we always came out and picked berries. I always camped out, picked berries. Nowadays, all we do is talk about camping out. And I think it's good that you're up here documenting all this for future generations to have, to see, hear the stories. Years ago, we didn't have it. Everything was by word of mouth. And now they could look on watch it on TV and learn. You get them to come out and pick berries. It don't take long to fill your bucket with the big berries.
So, that's just a little bit of my history. Oops. The land needs some huckleberries too.
So did your parents and grandparents speak Lushootseed at home?
Oh yes. That's all we spoke was Lushootseed. And a lot of the words are different than our language. But I try to teach my grandchildren how to speak. They understand, but they have a hard time speaking because they can't get that guttural sound. My grandmother didn't know English language. She always talked to us in Indian.
I grew up speaking it. And I remember when I first went to school, couldn't speak English. So it took me a long time to learn the English language, Now it's just the opposite. Speak too much English, not enough in our language.
So what were some of the phrases she would use?
Yeah, they always yell, "Kushchadwa," do I know where you're at? So they could keep an eye on you. Eskobocho, are you okay? Get close to noontime, they always yell out, "It's tagwalk, tia." I always knew it was time to go eat. This up tia skolka, bring me a drink, you know, water, skoofie, coffee. There's always Spottish, who's got a cigarette. Things like that. Or they'd always yell out, it's crazy, quit getting crazy. Pick berries.
She would always tell us to take care of ourselves and thank the people or thank the land for what we take. And to be very humble with what we're doing.
Oh, see, my young ones here. My name is Andy Williams. My Indian name is Waquidab. Waquidab. Like to share a bear claw story? Listen up very good. A long time ago, there lived a Kaya and a young boy who was beginning to grow up. He was becoming very, very antsy, and the Kaya could see this. So the Kaya began to weave a big basket, a big one. And this young boy began to notice this and asked Grandma, "Why are you making such a big basket?" Says, "I'm going to send you to the mountains to go pick berries for me." So early that morning, the boy goes up to the mountains, got this big basket, and he starts picking berries. He's not eating them. He starts to find a lot of berries. He's really excited. So he's going to go home and share this with his grandma. But begins to walk down the mountain. And in the trail, what does he see? A big bear. So the boy puts the berries down and hides behind a cedar tree. And the bear comes along, sees these berries, and begins to eat them all. Oh, this work this kid put into these berries. The bear eats them. So the boy begins to cry by a cedar tree. And this made the bear feel really bad. So the bear came up to the boy and told him to cut my fingernails and bring this necklace home to your grandmother. And she'll know where you've been and who you've seen. So this boy did this and brought the necklace home to the grandmother, who knew where the boy was and what he did and what he achieved. Oh, see him. Any questions about the story? You guys are well-mannered. The story is that the boy was beginning to become a young man, and the grandmother seen this, so she sent the boy to the mountains to get his spirit, his tamangus. A little extra there, thank you.
How can we say thank you?
Yeah, see, when you guys begin to grow up, your body goes through changes like these drums and these songs and this language is very important to carry on and to learn. Can you guys hear me? And to learn and to remember. Because down deep inside you is a spirit that's growing. And this home here, this is a spiritual home. The men right there were healers. Oh, you children are very important to the community. You guys are going to grow up and you're going to take the places here. And you're going to learn how to get up and to speak. Like to speak from the heart, or to speak from your belly. Like, whoa, see to speak it out loud, don't hold that back. Learn to speak up and to say things from your heart and they'll never fail you. Same thing with the songs are important to learn them. The plays are important to learn because you guys learn to take your place in your community. You guys are the future. That's important. Thank you.